Your child looks straight at you. You say, "Put your shoes on." Nothing happens. You repeat it. Still nothing. Your voice gets firmer. Still nothing. And now your mind starts racing. Are they ignoring me? Are they testing me? Are they being disrespectful? Or worse, am I losing control? Here's what most parents never realize. In that exact moment, your child's brain may not be refusing you. It may be offline, and if that's true, then everything we've been told about getting kids to listen might be backwards. Today, I'm going to show you what's actually happening in your child's brain. Why traditional discipline often makes listening worse. And 5 science-backed steps that turn resistance into cooperation. And step 3 is the one most parents skip, even though it changes everything. Let's start with the biggest misunderstanding. The misunderstanding. Most parents believe listening is a behavior choice. They heard me. They understand. They're choosing not to respond. So we escalate. We repeat ourselves. We threaten consequences. We remove privileges. We raise our voice, but neuroscience tells a different story. When a child is overwhelmed, tired, overstimulated, hungry, or emotionally flooded, the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for reasoning, impulse control, and following instructions, temporarily shuts down. Not permanently, not dramatically, temporarily. This is not manipulation. It is nervous system biology. Imagine trying to solve a puzzle while your body thinks it's in danger. Your heart is racing. Your muscles are tense. Your brain is scanning for threat. Logic won't land. Now, here's the part that may surprise you. When we raise our voice, the brain doesn't hear instruction. It hears threat. The amygdala, the brain's alarm system, activates. Stress hormones rise, and access to reasoning drops. The louder we get, the less they can comply. Let that sink in. Pattern interrupt. What if your child isn't defiant? What if they're dysregulated? That single shift changes everything, and it leads to the principle most parenting advice misses. The basic principle. Before cooperation comes regulation. Say that again in your mind. Before cooperation comes regulation. A regulated child can listen. A dysregulated child cannot. Connection is not a reward for good behavior. It is the condition that makes good behavior possible. The nervous system always chooses safety over obedience. Always. If your child feels rushed, criticized, shamed, or disconnected, their body shifts into protection mode. And in protection mode, instructions sound like noise. So the real question isn't, how do I make my child listen? It's, how do I help their brain feel safe enough to listen? And this matters more than you think. Because we are not just solving today's shoe problem. We are wiring the brain for future self-discipline. Let me show you how. 5 practical steps. Step 1. Connect before you direct. Here's where most parents rush. We give instructions from across the room, while scrolling, while cooking, while stressed. But attention follows connection. Before giving an instruction, pause, walk over, lower your body, use their name, gentle touch if appropriate, soft eye contact. This signals safety. It shifts the brain from self-directed mode to relational mode. Instead of, I said, put your shoes on. Try, hey, it's time for shoes. It feels small, but neurologically, it's massive. Open-loop reminder. And wait until you hear what happens when we combine this with Step 3. That's when resistance really drops. Step 2. Use fewer words. When children are overwhelmed, their processing capacity shrinks. Long explanations increase cognitive load. Instead of, "We're late. I've asked you 3 times. Why aren't your shoes on yet?" Try, "Shoes on. I'll help." Short, clear, calm. Under stress, clarity beats lectures. Your tone matters more than your volume. Your presence matters more than your power. Step 3. Regulate first, then redirect. This is the step most parents skip. If your child is visibly upset, pause the instruction. Name the feeling. You're frustrated. You wanted more time. That's hard. Research shows that labeling emotions reduces amygdala activation. It literally calms the alarm system. Then wait. Watch for slower breathing, relaxed shoulders, eye contact returning. Then give the instruction again. Regulation opens the door. Reasoning walks through it. Now imagine combining this with step 1, connection. Then emotional acknowledgement. Then direction. That sequence changes the entire tone of the interaction. Mini case. Example: your child throws a block when told to clean up. Old pattern: don't throw, clean up right now. New pattern: you're mad, you wanted more time. Pause. Blocks go in the box. Same boundary. Different nervous system state. Different result. Step 4. Turn it into collaboration. Resistance drops when autonomy rises. Instead of commanding, offer structured choices. Blue shoes or red? Hop to the car or walk? You are not negotiating the boundary. You are giving agency within it. Autonomy activates the prefrontal cortex, the very part we need online for cooperation. Power struggles decrease when children feel involved. Step 5. Slow down the moment. Most listening struggles happen during transitions. The brain dislikes abrupt change, so prepare it. In 5 minutes, we're leaving. 2 more bites, then we clean up. 1 more turn. Predictability reduces stress. A prepared brain cooperates better than a surprised brain. Common fear. At this point, some parents worry. If I do all this, won't my child think they're in charge? Actually, no. Children don't need control. They need safety. When they feel safe, they stop fighting for power. When they feel threatened, they defend it. Connection does not remove authority. It strengthens it. Because leadership without fear builds trust. The deeper truth. Listening isn't obedience. It's neurological readiness. Fear can produce short-term compliance, but trust builds long-term discipline. When a child obeys out of fear, their brain is in survival mode. When a child listens out of trust, their brain is in learning mode. And learning mode builds emotional regulation, impulse control, internal motivation, resilience. We are not raising children who respond to volume. We are raising brains that respond to safety. And safety creates cooperation.